the internet, on TV, in supermarkets.
We're spending more on healthy eating than ever before, and food producers know it. As consumers get smarter, superfood claims get bigger. They say they'll make you fitter.
Does this stuff really do the do?
Smarter.
So this is your brain.
Ooh, look at that.
Younger.
Do you mind if I ask you how old you are?
47.
We're bombarded by words like antioxidants, phytochemicals, flavonols. But what does it all mean?
I'm on a global quest for the truth behind the hype.
Hello, Morocco.
Investigating.
How do you turn this boiled soybean into natto?
Testing.
What is it?
And participating in the latest cutting-edge science.
That's my liver, gosh.
It's time to put superfoods under the microscope.
Do you think this is a superfood?
To help you decide if they really are super. This week, I'm breaking a sweat to find out if coconut water really is super hydrating. Time to fill this little bad boy up.
In Morocco, I'm investigating an oil produced according to age-old tradition that could be a challenger for olive oil's superfood crown.
Ooh, that's delicious.
Yeah.
And first, is there such a thing as a super brew?
In Britain, we drink 165 million cups of tea every single day.
There you go, madam, a nice cup of tea for you.
Lovely, thanks, mate. There you go.
Very much.
But there's a new brew appearing in high-end coffee shops, and it's claiming superfood status.
It's supposed to reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. It costs a packet, and it's very green. It's called matcha, and it comes from Japan.
We are definitely in the land of the rising sun.
Matcha has been prepared and drunk in Japan since the 12th century. And last year, they exported 140 tons of the stuff. Japan has consistently lower rates of heart disease compared to the UK. Studies point to their low-fat diet, but could matcha also be the key to Japanese heart health? Matcha isn't just a tea they drink in Japan, it's a flavour they love. And they use it in just about anything.
You only have to go into a Japanese supermarket to fully appreciate how much they're into matcha, okay? Matcha chocolates, premium matcha candy, matcha crisps.
But it's tea I'm after, and to find that, I'm leaving Tokyo behind and heading south to Japan's tea-growing region, Shizuoka, where they grow nearly half of Japan's green tea. Here, they take matcha drinking very seriously.
Konnichiwa.
I'm here to take part in a matcha tea ceremony, which has been practiced in Japan in this form since the 16th century. The tea used is the very highest quality, but it's not leaf tea like I was expecting.
Can I see the matcha? Oh, it's a powder.
はい、そうです。
And then you mix it up with water. It's not an infusion. The froth, the foam, makes it kind of taste very gentle.
何も考えないで、ただ飲むことに集中していただけばいいです。
It's clear matcha is highly revered here, but to see how it's produced, I'm going to a tea plantation high up in the Shizuoka Mountains.
Wow, we are definitely in tea country.
Japan produces nearly 100,000 tons of tea a year, but only 1% is matcha. So what is so special about this powder?
Oh, konnichiwa!
To find out, I'm meeting Miwa, a local plantation owner.
So this is your tea?
Yes, this field is matcha. It's specially cultivating. Its net is for shading. Yes.
Oh, so you have to shade the tea plants?
Yes.
Why is that?
If we cultivating so under the shade, leaf is so more bright and so white, beautiful green and soft. So yes.
So what about all other teas, like green tea and then builder's tea, the tea that I might drink back home in England? What plant makes those teas?
Black tea, matcha tea, and green tea is the same Camellia sinensis tree.
It is actually the same plant.
Yes.
And the difference is this shading.
Yes.
Really? That's all it is?
Yes.
I'm shocked my usual cuppa comes from the same plant as matcha, but the production process is very different. The thing that makes matcha so pricey is the steaming and drying that happens before it's ground into a fine green powder. This whole room only produces 20 grams an hour, explaining matcha's price tag, up to £83 for 100 grams. But Miwa thinks it's worth it.
We can keep the young age.
Matcha keeps you young?
Yes.
Miwa, do you mind if I ask you how old you are?
47. 47 years old.
Matcha once a week?
Yes.
Maybe I should just be smearing this matcha all over my face. Who knows? That is actually really good.
Yeah.
But to find out if matcha is good for the heart, I'm heading to Shizuoka University's Tea Science Centre.
I'm here to meet a professor who is hopefully going to help me get to the bottom of whether or not matcha really is a superfood.
Professor Nakamura has spent nearly 40 years studying tea. He's a world-leading expert on the health benefits of green tea and matcha.
Is matcha scientifically good for my health?
一番基本的な作用を示すのは、その活性化酸素から細胞や遺伝子をですね、防御する働きがこの抹茶非常に強く持っているからです。
When free radicals flow through our blood, they can damage the artery wall. Free-flowing blood platelets can stick to the rough artery wall, forming blood clots. When the clots break free, they can travel to the heart and brain, causing heart attacks and strokes. Matcha contains an antioxidant called Egcg, which can mop up the free radicals, keeping our arteries smooth and healthy. Professor Nakamura has a test to prove just how effective Egcg is.
You've got an active free radical in here. OK, what do we do next?
もしこのですね、抹茶がこの活性化酸素の働きを止めることができたならば、色が一挙にしてですね、変化します。変わります。
Ooh! Look at that, it's completely changed colour.
そうです。この色がですね、フリーラジカルを消去したというふうな色になります。
But what about the builder's tea we most commonly drink in the UK? It's called black tea, and it's from the same plant as matcha. But can it neutralise the free radicals as well?
This is it, matcha and builder's tea going head to head in your lab. Right, let's do it.
1、
2、3, go. Oh, look at that. It looked like it worked.
しかしながら、この色がこちらの方が大きく変化しているということは、抹茶の方が強い抗酸化活性を示したということになります。
But black tea also contains some antioxidants.
そうです。本来。乾杯。
乾杯. So, I'm sold. The antioxidant properties of matcha make it a superfood for me.
Matcha contains at least 40% more Egcg than any other tea. But the good news is, the Great British Cuppa also contains enough Egcg to send free radicals packing.
Last year, the Health Council of the Netherlands recommended that to get the maximum benefits from black tea, you've got to leave it brewing for between 3 and 7 minutes.
And drink 3 to 4 cups a day.
How long do you leave the bag in for, mate?
We normally leave it into the customer's discretion, but it's normally quite a long time.
training for the London Marathon, so I'm very interested in any food and drink that could help improve my fitness or performance. In 2008, a new drink exploded onto the market. Exotic, tropical, and making claims about health and hydration. It's the UK's fastest growing non-alcoholic drink. It's coconut water. Should I be switching this for coconut water?
Let me ask fellow gym goers what they think.
Do you drink coconut water?
Yes, I do.
Why do you drink it?
Just try and rehydrate my body.
Does it rehydrate you better than water?
In my opinion, yeah. I enjoy it better, so I find it easier to drink.
Coconut water does exactly what it says on the shell. It's the liquid from the inside of a green coconut. One of the major health claims is that it is very effective at rehydrating our bodies after exercise, with some producers suggesting it may hydrate you better than water. Vita Coco, one of Britain's leading brands, doesn't make that claim, but it does use slick, glossy promos like this one to sell a lifestyle full of sunshine, glamour and health.
Rihanna is saying how she loves this stuff. She drinks it when she's on stage, it tastes good, it keeps her hydrated. This is celebrity endorsement at its most powerful.
Costing from £2 to £5 a litre, last year Brits spent £48 million on the stuff. To find out if it's worth it, I'm heading to the Sports Science Department of St Mary's University in Twickenham.
Hello, John.
Hello, Kate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Excellent.
good.
Good to meet you.
Professor John Brewer is a leading expert in the science of exercise and hydration.
I've heard that you're the man to talk to when it comes to hydration.
OK, good. Excellent. That sounds a good start.
Based on 2 studies, we're going to compare how effectively coconut water and regular water rehydrate our bodies after intense exercise. That means cycling full tilt on exercise bikes in a heat chamber so we can really get a sweat on. But first things first.
Time to fill this little bad boy up. See ya.
I'm not great with it.
All done. Oh, it's toasty in here.
Me, John, and our 2 volunteers have to sweat away 1% of our body weight.
If you're all set up okay, then we're ready to make a start.
When we've all lost our 1%, it will be time to rehydrate. John and I will be drinking coconut water, and the 2 lads will be drinking bottled water to see if there's a difference.
That is the first bead of sweat.
Coming up, will coconut water or H2O prove the better hydrator?
I'm so thirsty.
And I head to Northern Africa
Hello, Morocco.
to meet the new kid on the superfood block. I'm halfway through a test to establish just how effective coconut water and plain water are at rehydrating us after exercise. All 4 of us are cycling in a heat chamber to lose 1% of our body weight in sweat.
57.05. I think that's enough, isn't it?
Now we've dehydrated, it's time to rehydrate. Over the next 2 hours, the 2 lads will be drinking bottles of H2O, and John and I will be knocking back coconut water.
That is so good. It is really refreshing. It does taste refreshing. You know, I'd be happy with water too, though. I mean, I don't know. Does this stuff really do the do?
To check how effectively we've rehydrated,
All done.
our new urine samples are analysed, and the results are in.
OK, I'm very excited, John.
OK, good. You can see from the data that we all showed good signs of rehydration during that recovery period. The suggestion so far is that there doesn't seem to be any major benefit between coconut water and ordinary plain water.
So, based on this evidence and other studies,
If you want to keep hydrated during a moderate workout, water will do just as good a job for a fraction of the price. So unless you really like the taste of coconut water, then good old H2O will do the job.
But it may be a superfood for the 10% of us regularly doing over an hour of vigorous exercise in one session. There is evidence to suggest that coconut water helps replace essential electrolytes like potassium, which water cannot do.
But there is a much, much cheaper way of doing that, by eating one of these. You may have heard about Moroccan argan oil for its cosmetic properties. There are hundreds of products on the high street claiming to make your hair shiny or rejuvenate your skin. But if traditional claims about the oil's health-giving properties are to be believed, perhaps we should be eating it rather than smearing it on our skin. Could argan oil be about to challenge olive oil for its superfood crown?
To find out, I'm heading to the home of argan.
Hello, Morocco.
Morocco is the westernmost country in the Arab world. Although it's only 8 miles away from Europe, the influence is definitely Eastern, with its souks, spices, and Berber heritage. I'm on the trail of argan. I need to head south to Essaouira, where this prized ingredient actually grows on trees. I'm told the argan tree is also known as the tree of the goat?
Run away! It's the argan oil plantation, and look at this! A tree full of goats. Marhaba! What are they eating? Argan. Argan. So they climb up the tree to eat the nuts? Hey, Billy Goat, what do you think the health benefits of argan oil are?
Well, he may be keeping stum, but hopefully the secret of these nuts will be cracked by the Berber women running this cooperative argan plantation.
Hi, marhaba. How are you?
Kate.
Like that.
Oh.
Berber tribeswomen have been producing argan oil for centuries, and here they make it the traditional way, by hand. First, the nuts are crushed to get to the precious kernels.
Here we put some kernels inside. When we crack it between 2 stones, it gives us a liquid paste. It's bitter.
Really?
Yeah. But we must try to know.
Oh, that is so bitter. You want to try?
The final stage of the process is to add water to the paste, which is then worked by hand for an hour to release the oil and the bitterness. This labour-intensive process means that edible argan oil in the UK costs upwards of £44 a litre, compared to £3.50 for a litre of olive oil.
Can I try?
Yeah. This is not bitter.
Ooh, that's delicious.
Yeah.
Not bitter at all. And it tastes
The
like...
taste is nutty.
It tastes like sesame oil.
Yeah.
We may know argan oil as a cosmetic product, but it's been part of the Berber diet for centuries, and there are many traditional health claims associated with the oil. And these ladies aren't letting me go until I've tried some in a traditional Moroccan dish.
Oh, hello, tagine.
Argan, when it's very hot, the taste is strong.
That is so good. If I was to eat this back home, a lot of people would avoid it because it's got a lot of oil in it.
Yeah, the oil, this argan oil, it's healthy. It's healthy also more than olive oil.
It's healthier than olive oil.
More than
Why is
10
that?
10 times more.
10 times?
10 times.
That's a big claim in the world of superfoods. But while argan oil tastes great, is Hafida right that it's 10 times better for us than olive oil? To find out if there's any truth in the traditional claims about argan oil, I'm heading to Rabat University to meet argan expert Professor Zubeida Sharoof.
Is it really good for you?
Yes, it's very good for health. It was used in traditional medicine, mainly for skin, but also for the prevention of cardiovascular diseases.
To understand why, Professor Sharif has been studying argan for 25 years and is across all scientific studies carried out. One in particular ran small-scale human trials on the precise effect argan oil has on the heart. The subjects took a small quantity of argan oil every day.
They take only 2 spoons per day.
2 spoons of this?
Yes, for 2 months.
They then monitored changes to the fatty substances in their blood. Our blood contains good and bad cholesterol. The bad cholesterol can combine with triglycerides, fat in our blood, and our arteries can become clogged, leading to heart disease. Zubeda's research suggests argan oil contains a compound that helps good cholesterol to destroy bad cholesterol and the fatty triglycerides, reducing the risk of heart disease.
So the results are that argan oil is decreasing triglyceride and decreasing a little bit LDL cholesterol.
So for good heart health, you want to keep your cholesterol down, but you also want to keep your triglycerides down.
Yes.
But is it really 10 times better than olive oil?
The argan oil decreases the triglyceride better than olive oil, but olive oil is decreasing the cholesterol about 20%, and the argan oil just 5%.
So if you compare argan oil with olive oil is better at lowering cholesterol,
yes,
but argan oil is better at lowering your triglyceride
Exactly, exactly.
So it's a promising start, but you still need to do more research.
Yes.
With these promising early results, some might be tempted to declare argan oil the new superfood on the block. But more research is needed. And for now, as long as argan oil remains so very labour-intensive to produce, prices are going to stay sky high. So for now, despite its deliciously nutty flavour, I'm sticking with olive oil.
Next time, I'm in Italy to discover how coffee could actually be good for our livers.
That is like rocket fuel.
I travelled to Morocco to sample a potential super spice which could help fight depression.
It's really good. You can taste the saffron.
And back home, I'm testing out an Ethiopian grain to see if it can help me cross the finish line at the London Marathon.
Easiest hours running in my life.
Immersed in a world of privilege and limitless cash, Rich Kids of Instagram, the brand new series, starts on E4 Next. Here on Channel 4, modern Britain as seen through the eyes of frontline emergency responders. The new series of 999, What's Your Emergency? Coming up.